Hey gang, welcome to Coffee Break TV. If you're new, please comment, like, and subscribe. We love to hear from you down below in the comment section. So let's see what's new.
Imagine going on a job interview. As hard as it already is to get a fucking job interview, right? You shake the interviewer in the hand and you're just like, you just say it out of curiosity. How much are you guys paying an hour? And he looks at you and tells you, "Yeah, we're paying you $12 an hour."
I'm unemployed. If you follow my page, you'll know that by now I've been on a journey, honey. Left my last job due to my mental health, and now I'm currently in search of a new job. But today a recruiter called me, and I just had to tell her the truth. So a recruiter calls me and tells me that she has a position for me as a patient care coordinator in Alpharetta, Georgia, and it is in person. Now, I already don't want to go into anybody's office, but I told her, ma'am, if you don't live within 5 to 10 to 15 mile radius of where you're going to work in Atlanta, the traffic, it's not even worth it. I said, so please tell me the salary matches these requirements along with this location, along with being in person. She said, well, what are you expecting? I said, I don't want to tell you what I'm expecting. I just want to know what the salary is. What is the budget for this position? She said, they're paying $18 an hour. I said, ma'am, respectfully, you need to offer this job to a kid who just graduated from high school or somebody who just retired, and they can couple that $18 an hour with a retirement check.
I fear that if Trump tries to pass this bill talking about some minimum wage going up to $25 an hour, I fear for the worst. And I know y'all gonna be like, yeah, you should be praising it. No, I'm not praising nothing, because at the end of the day, when the minimum wage went up to $12 an hour, rent went up to $1,200 a month. Baby, the math ain't mathing. How is you gonna rise the minimum wage and then rise the cost of living? You could have kept it where it was at. That ain't did nothing. I'm ready to move out.
Hey, so y'all know what ain't sitting right with me? Working for 15, 16, 17, 18, or even $19 an hour. I just can't work for $19 an hour. That's crazy. So you meant to tell me for a 2-bedroom, I gotta pay 17 to 1900. I gotta make 3 times the rent, but y'all accept me to work for $19 an hour? $19 times 40 hours, what that is, like $700 and some change? Rent still $1,900. So that mean to tell me, if I get 700 some change twice, rent still $1,900. So what about my car note? That's like $500 to $700. What about the light bill? That's like $100 to $200. What about your haircut? And God forbid if you got fucking kids, what about their haircuts and their hairdos? What about the cable bill? What you gonna watch? $19 an hour just ain't enough when you gotta make 3 times the rent just to move in and then pay the rent $1,900. That's crazy.
Sudden rollback of the minimum wage was seen as a ray of hope by the people just days ago when the Trump administration proposed a minimum wage of $25 an hour. But today, an updated amendment came out, and the new federal minimum wage was cut to $17.75 an hour, a nearly 30% reduction from the original plan. A White House spokesman says this is a more realistic and sustainable reform. But reality, as always, presses hardest on those who work the hardest. For waiters, warehouse workers, supermarket cashiers, it's not just a number that shrinks. It's the dream of a pay rise being pushed to the pause button, or even shattered outright. The bigger problem is prices haven't gone down, rents haven't gone down, gas prices are still going up. But the most basic labor prices, but the first was discounted.
So, minimum wage changes coming our way 2025. Supposed to be $25, but they've already rolled it back to $17.75. But will it make a difference? With the inflation that we have for cost of living, food, gas, car payments, everything that we have, will the $17.50 or $17.75 do it? I remember when I started working, as a waitress, you'll make $2.25, $2.50, $3 an hour, and then the regular minimum wage was like $5.25. But now, I don't know how people are making it with the $15 an hour. I mean, Grace, some of the places like McDonald's and certain places are doing $20 an hour, but people are still struggling. People are still trying to make it work. Some of the federal government jobs, like the postal service, they are making $20 an hour, $22 an hour. What is enough to get our economy rolling in the positive direction again? Make it where people can work and have a little bit of money. Also, in this discussion that's coming up is cutting back from 40 hours to 32 hours, saying that they want you to have more time with your family. But I feel like that's it's cutting us down in the hours that you need, the extra hours to make a little bit of extra money. What is that going to do to healthcare benefits? You usually have to work a full-time job, where if you was working 40 hours and you called off sick or had some time, you had that little cushion to get to the 32 hours to still be classified as a full-time worker to get the healthcare benefits. So if you're already at 32, is the full-time hours going to change? Is that, the quota going to change? Is it going to go to 30 to 32 hours or 28 to 32 hours? What is that going to do to us? So just because things change don't mean they're for the positive or for the good. And like one of the other TikTokers rant mentioned, when they raised it up before, everything else inflated. So what is it going to be? Are you for it or against it? Do you want the raise, or do you just want the prices to come down and let it go back to the old days? Put your comment down below. So please like, comment, and subscribe at Coffee Break TV.
So Trump proposes that we raise minimum wage up to $18 an hour. Now, I feel like this could be a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing. It could be a good thing because this might be the one thing that motivates y'all to get up and get a job. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's a good start for the pay raise. It could be bad though because it can cause more inflation. And the last thing we need right now is more inflation. Do you hear me? I mean, because it's just ridiculous. I mean, right now, you ask around, most people have more than one job. You know what I'm saying? You got to have more than one job to get the rent, the groceries, etc. So if he goes ahead and he raises it to 18, that might really help. That might help a lot of y'all out. We can pay the rent, we can get the groceries, we don't need no assistance. You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think? Tell me in the comments, would y'all go ahead and get a job if they starting pay was $18 an hour? Or do y'all still pass? Let me know.
$20 an hour to work this boo-boo head ass job. Like, I don't understand. $20 an hour is not nothing. With the way the economy is today, it's nothing.
If you already are making $25 an hour, are you going to get another increase because the minimum wage got pushed up? I'm just wondering, because I'd kind of be pissed.
This motherfucker says all he do is work. Sir, you're a slave. There's no fucking way to even still be making $7.50 in this economy is insane. Is insane. You put in 84 hours and 38 minutes and they only gave you 635. I'm going to round it off. $35. I'm going to give you the 25 cents. Ain't no way in hell. Boy, you got me fucked up.
I'm sitting in front of this gas station and there's a sign that says now hiring cashiers $15 an hour. $15 an hour. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it, because
this is how much you make at McDonald's working $15 an hour, 80 hours per paycheck, 24 paychecks in 1 year. This is how much you make before taxes get taken out. Y'all want to see after? Around here. This is how much you actually keep from that you worked for the entire year. $20,000. That's not even minimum wage. You want to see what minimum wage is? This is minimum wage. Do y'all not see the issue? And this is before taxes. Do you not see the issue here? There's houses that cost nearly $300,000, $400,000. Apartments is scaling up $15,000, $2,000. And you expect people to just basically get by? Just to do what they need to with this? You got to be out of your damn mind.
I want to give a shout out to McDonald's because McDonald's is paying $20 per hour and CNAs are still getting paid $17 an hour to care for a whole ass human.
Oh, $26 an hour. used to be a good fucking wage. If you made $26 an hour, you were fucking balling, okay? Because 10 fucking years ago, I was making $9 an hour, $10 an hour, maybe even $11 an hour, and I was able to just barely make it. And guess what? I'm making $26 an hour now, and I'm just fucking barely making it, like barely. You need to, like especially the older people think when they hear $26 an hour that like, damn, how are you broke? This is how I'm broke. Let me just break it down for you. I said $26 an hour times 40 hours, okay? Or let's do monthly just because it's easier. 41. Okay, 41. Sounds great, but not really. Let's just take off the easy things, okay? Like housing. How much is people's rent right now? I'm going to lowball it, okay? And just say at least $1,100 a house or not. It's going to fluctuate with your electric. Mine's $300. That's before taxes, by the way, and before insurance. It's not what I have at all. I bring home $700 a week. 700 times 4, okay, is 2,800 minus, what did I say, 1,100. And then my electric, which is, I said 300. Let me give you $100 back. That leaves you with 1,500. That's before your car payment, gas, and insurance. So let's just say, what do you want to say? Car payment's usually about $4, $5, $6 for insurance, and then $100 for gas. And I am low in it. I'm saying lower. Mine's all more than that. So I'm saying low ball. 800. Let's say 800 for everything. That leaves you with $700 to pay your water and food shopping for the month, by the way. And then whatever other bills you have, internet, cell phone, if you, God forbid, have any debt, okay, $175 a week to pay the rest of your bills. Do you see how $26 an hour is not it's the more $9, $10 an hour, because that's how I was living before.
So we all just found out the minimum wage is supposed to be $66 an hour to keep up with the current cost of living. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field. I went to school for 8 years and paid back $80,000 in student loans. Since the beginning of this year, I've negotiated 2 big raises at my current job by forcing my current job to match the offer from 2 other job offers. These amounted to a total pay increase of 25%, which means I was underpaid by 25%. Thank you very much. And if you do the math, I now make $60 an hour. I make a whole lot of money compared to people who were poor, but it just hits different when you're supposedly killing it and you're still below minimum wage.
Baby, if Trump raised that minimum wage to $25,